Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Code with ER. In this video guys, we are gonna learn something new, something different. In this video guys, we are gonna learn something new, something different in HTML, CSS, Vue.js along with local storage. Okay, yes guys, you heard it right. In this video, we are gonna learn something new, something different in HTML, CSS, Vue.js as well as local storage. Okay, and guys, in this video we are gonna learn how to create full functional, full-fledged e-commerce website using Vue.js as well as local storage. Okay, so guys, in this video we are gonna learn how to create a full functional e-commerce website using Vue.js and local storage as well. Okay, so guys, just to show you guys, I have already built an example. So let me go to the example first and let me explain you the example, what I mean and what we are going to learn in this video, in this session. Okay, so let me go to the example and let me explain you the example. So guys, this is the example I have already built using HTML, CSS, Vue.js as well as local storage. Okay, as you can see here guys, the text e-commerce website using Vue.js and local storage. Okay, so guys, this is the example I have built using HTML, CSS, Vue.js and local storage. Okay, here guys, we have got 8 card. Okay, and each card contain product image, product name, product descriptions, product price and add to cart button. Okay, so as you can see here, we have got the 8 card here. Okay, and it contains product image, product name, product descriptions, product price and add to cart button, and left like, and we have also got the button like product. Okay, so guys, now I will try to add this product one by one into our cart, and we will see like how it works and what is the functionality about this like e-commerce website we have built using Vue.js as well as local storage. Okay, so guys, now in order to add this product into our cart, we have to click the button add to cart. As you can see here, we have got the button add to cart on each and every product. Okay, so now I am going to click the button add to cart and let's see what happens. Okay, so guys, as you can see here, we have got the 0 items in our cart and the total price also is $0. Okay, so now I am going to add this product into our cart and let's see what happens. Okay, so now I am going to add the first product, apple, into our cart. So click the button add to cart. See, boom guys, our product have been added into our cart, and you can see here we have got the 1 items into our cart and the total price is $10. Okay, so now guys, I'm gonna refresh the page and let's see what happens. Okay, so refresh the page first. See, boom guys, after refreshing the page, our product is still here. It is not going to delete unless and until you're gonna remove your product from your cart. Okay, so now I'm gonna remove the product. So to remove the product from your cart, we have to click the button remove product. Okay, so just click the button now, remove product. See, boom guys, now we have got the 0 items in our cart and the total price is also $0. So guys, now refresh the page and let's see what happens. Okay, so refresh the page now. See, boom guys, we are not able to see any product inside our cart after the deleting of the product. Okay, so guys, I am like achieving this kind of functionality by using local storage. Okay, so guys, whenever you will try to add product in your local storage, okay, and whenever you will remove the product is also going to remove from the local storage. Okay, so now add all the products into the cart and let's see. So click the button add to cart, add ice cream also, add onions also. See, we are getting our product guys in our cart also, and here you can see our number is also being updated at the same time dynamically. Okay, so price is also being updated guys. As you can see here, we have got the total price of $45 into our cart. Okay, and we have got the 3 products in our cart. So add the orange also. See, boom guys, orange is here. Add pineapple also. See, pineapple is also here. Add banana also. Click the button add to cart. See, banana is here. Add mango also. See, mango is here guys. And guys, as you can see here, we have got the 7 items into our cart, and see guys, cart number is also being updated dynamically, and total price is also being updated dynamically. As as much as product you will add into your cart guys, the price is going to increase. Okay, so now guys, I am gonna add the last product into our cart, which is Apple Watch. So click the button add to cart. See, boom guys, our Apple Watch is also here, and we have got the 8 items into our cart, and the total price is now comes up 220. Okay, so guys, now refresh the page. As you all know, we have added all the products into our cart, and let's refresh the page now. So as of now, we have 8 items and the total price is 220. So refresh the page now. See, boom guys, after refreshing the page also, we have got the 8 items into our cart, and the total price remains also 220, and we have got the 8 products. Okay, so guys, now try to add all the products again and again and see what happens. Okay, so now I am gonna add the Apple again. As you can see guys, Apple is already into our cart, so add the Apple again. See, boom guys, Apple, the product is already added into the cart. Okay, see, add the ice cream now. See, boom guys, product is already into the cart. See, because we have already ice cream in our cart, now try to add onions. See, boom guys, product is already in the cart. Okay, try to add orange. See guys, orange, product is already into the cart. Okay, try to add banana. See, so guys, what I want to say here guys, you can't add the same product multiple times again and again into your cart, and guys, it will alert you with the product image, and it will say that that product is already into your cart, so you can't add the same product multiple times into your cart. Okay, so guys, as you can see here, this is really dynamic application. The product guys you want to add again into your cart, it will show you the product image that this product is already added into your cart. Please try to add different product. Please try to add a new product into your cart. Okay, so guys, whole and soul, what I want to say, you can't add the same image, same product or same items into your cart again and again. Okay, and it will alert you with the product image saying the product is already in the cart. Okay, and we have got the button okay. So in order to dismiss this pop-up, we have to click the button okay. Okay, so guys, as you can see here I am using this switch alert pop-up to alert the user along with the images, product images on which user have clicked right now to add into the cart. If the product is already into the cart guys, it is gonna alert the user that this product is already into the cart. Please try to add new product. Okay, so guys, in this video we are gonna learn how to build this kind of dynamic application like e-commerce website using Vue.js along with local storage. Okay, so guys, see, this is really dynamic, and after refreshing the page also, our product remains into our cart. Okay, into our bag. Okay, so now refresh the page again and see, boom guys, after the refreshment of the page also, the product remains here also, 8 items, and total price is this much, 220, and we have got the 8 items. So now I am gonna remove the product one by one randomly. Okay, so remove first Apple. So Apple have been removed, and at the same time card item have been also updated dynamically, and total price is also updated dynamically. Okay, so now remove the mango. See guys, mango have been removed. So now refresh the page guys. As of now we have got these 6 items and total price is $170. Okay, so now refresh the page. See, boom guys, again we have also same 6 items and $170. See, so now I am going to remove Apple Watch. See, we have 5 items in our cart, and the total price is also now comes up to 125. Okay, so now refresh the page also. See, boom guys, nothing have been changed. Okay, so guys, once you have deleted your product from the cart, it is not gonna come after the refreshment of the page, because at the same time we are also removing the product from the cart also. Okay, see, now remove the ice cream. we have got the four items, and total price is now comes up to 110. So now refresh the page. See, we have got the four items. Now guys, try to add ice cream in our cart and let's see what happens. Okay, see, boom guys, this time we are able to add our ice cream into our cart. And now guys, again try to add ice cream into a cart. Okay, so click the button add to cart. See guys, ice cream product is already into the cart. Okay, so guys, as you can see here guys, this is really dynamic e-commerce website I have built using HTML, CSS, Vue.js along with local stories. Okay, so guys, in this video we are gonna learn how to create this kind of e-commerce website using HTML, CSS, Vue.js along with local stories. Okay, so guys, now let's get started and let's learn how to create this kind of e-commerce website using HTML, CSS and Vue.js along with local stories. Okay, but guys, before starting of the video, I would like to request you all guys, please guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel Code with ER, and please press the bell icon also, so that whenever I will upload a new video in the playlist, you can be notified and you can watch them instantly and you can learn from them also. Okay, and if you like this video guys, please give it a thumbs up, and please guys, share this video among your friends, among your colleague, among your group also, so that they will be also knowing how to create this kind of dynamic application using Vue.js along with local stories. Okay, so guys, now let's get started and let's learn. Okay, so let me go to the code editor now. So create a new page, give Vue products.html and save the page now. Yeah, so now HTML code with ER Prabhat Pandit. Okay, so guys, by now you all know that my name is Prabhat Pandit and I am a software developer, and currently I'm working as a ServiceNow developer at Happiest Minds, Bangalore, and I have got more than 4 years of experience into software development. Okay, so guys, now let's get started and let's learn peacefully. So guys, trust me guys, this is my what can I say, promise guys. I have given you my word that from this video, from this session guys, you will definitely try to learn something. You will definitely try to get something unique, something different from this session, from this video. So guys, it's a humble request, please guys, be here and watch the entire video till last, then only you will try to learn something from this video, from this session. Okay, so guys, be here and watch the entire video now. Okay, so guys, now I'm gonna copy some of the CDN files, some of the CDN links from the previous example only, just to save our time. Okay, so now let me go to the, so guys, this is the CDN link. I will explain you all the things. So guys, this is the CDN link for Vue.js, as you can see here, Vue.js. Okay, and this is the CDN link for Bootstrap file guys. Okay, CSS file for Bootstrap. Okay, so this is inside the folder CSS, and I have got the file bootstrap.min.css. Okay, so now let me just copy some of the CDN link also from the previous example only. So just copy this and just paste above the closing body tag. Okay, so I will explain you. This is the guys CDN link for jQuery. As you can see here, jQuery 3.6.0.min.js, and guys, this is the CDN link for SweetAlert 2. As you can see here, SweetAlert2.all.min.js. Okay, so guys, this file contains CSS as well as JS also for the SweetAlert. So we don't need any CSS file for SweetAlert. Okay, because it contains all.min.js. Okay, and this is the guys local path for Vue.js. As you can see here, I have got the folder JS, and inside JS we have got the file Vue.global.js. Okay, so guys, now first of all guys, I am gonna write some JavaScript for the functionality. Okay, so let me just write some script. So create a script tag, and inside this we have to create a const. So const app equal to Vue.create app, and okay, and we will just amount. So mount, so give the id also as app, and close this, and inside this I am gonna create a data function. So data, and it will return all the properties. So give return and open and curly braces, and inside this guys, first of all guys, you all know what we do. We have to mount this instance of view, okay, this instance of view to our output, to our HTML part. Okay, so guys, what we do, we generally do create a div, give it a class as a container, and give the id also, as app, and close this div. And guys, now, so guys, this app, okay, this app and this app should be same. Okay, as you can see here guys, I have given hash and app. Okay, so this id, okay, this id and this id should be same. And now guys, this div have been mounted or have been attached to this instance of view. Okay, so guys, just to like check that these two have been attached or interlinked. So what we do guys, we generally do simple calculation. So we put double curly braces, and inside this we put 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. Okay, so guys, ideally we should be getting 12. Okay, so if guys everything will be fine, then we will be getting 12. So just copy the file path. Okay, go to the browser and open the new tab, paste it here, just remove this from here and put localhost, and hit enter. So see, boom guys, we got here 12, which means our code is working fine, and now we are good to go and write our view.js code. And this guys, as you all know, whatever like expressions or code we have to like show the output, we have to put inside the double curly braces. Okay, so guys, I have explained you many times in our previous video also that whatever expressions or code we have to show the output to the user, to the like on the browser, on the screen, we have to write guys each and everything inside the double curly braces. Then only Vue is going to compile it, then only Vue is going to understand it, and based on that it will give you the output. Okay, based on your expression, based on your algorithm, like based on your like function call, it will give you the output. Okay, otherwise it will give you error. Okay, so just remove this, we don't require this guys. So guys, now I'm gonna create some of the like product of object of products. So we have to create some array. So now I am gonna create an array of product. So give products, and we have to create array of product. Okay, so now just we have to create some array. So just let me just write the comment also guys for you. So array of object products. Okay, array of object products. Okay, and so guys, now just we have to create our elements inside this array. Okay, inside this array we have to create our elements. So give comma, and now I am gonna put some of the elements. Okay, or some of the, what can I say, array of array elements. Okay, so now give the id also as 1 comma, give name as apple, give a comma, give descriptions. Okay, I love apple, put comma, and give price also, give price colon, give, as of now give 10 only, give comma, and give image. Okay, so guys, here I will give folder name and image names. Okay, so put comma also, give liked also, so give liked, as of now give false. Okay, and so guys, here in the image section I will give folder name and image name. Okay, so guys, just let me go to the folder where I have saved images for this session, for this tutorials. Okay, so just go to the YouTube projects, and inside the YouTube projects we have got the folder images. Okay, so just open this folder, and here guys, as you can see here, Apple Watch, banana, okay, guava, onions. Okay, so guys, this is the folder from where I will fetch the images. Okay, so just copy this image name from here and go to the code and just give the folder name images, put hash, /, and put image name. Okay, so guys, just copy this first element from here, and we have to paste it 8 times. Okay, because as you can see here, we have got the 8 card as of now in our page, on our pages. Okay, so just go to the code again and put it again. So just paste it here, give 2 and paste it here, give 3. Later on guys, we will change product name, product descriptions, product price, and product images also. Okay, so guys, I'm doing this just to save a little bit of time only. Okay, so just paste it here also, change this ID to 4, and paste it here also, change this ID to 5, paste here again, change this ID to 6, and paste here again, change this ID to 7, and paste again one more time, and change this ID to 8. Okay, and now guys, we will just change all the things. So let me just see images from here. So ice cream, onion, and orange. Okay, so go to the folder, copy this ice cream file name from here, and yeah, just change this to this, and give price also $30, whatever it is. So give I love ice cream, I love ice cream, and change the name also to ice cream. Okay, and so onion, orange, and pineapple. Okay, onion, orange, and pineapple. So copy this onion image name from here, and go to the code and replace this. Okay, and give onions are vegetable. Okay, vegetables, and change the name this to onion also. So onions, and give price to 40, and yeah, so give orange, so orange, yeah, and just change the descriptions to I love orange. So change the descriptions to I love orange, and just go to the folder, copy this image name from here, and yeah, just go to the code and just replace this, and just change the price also to 100. Okay, so now change this to pineapple. So pineapples, and I love pineapples as a descriptions, change the price to 50, and go to the folder and copy this name from here. As you can see here, this is the image of pineapple. So copy the file name from here and just replace it. So now again see the images from here only. So now banana, mango, and Apple Watch. Okay, so copy this banana name from here. This is the banana image guys. So copy the name from here and go to the code and change this to name as a banana, I love banana as a description. So banana, change this price to 100 and change this image also. Okay, so now this is the mango. So copy it from here, file name from here, go to the code and just replace this image. So yeah, give I love mango, okay, as a name, as a description, change the name to mango, and yeah, mango, give the price as $120, and last one is Apple Watch. So Apple Watch, okay, and I love Apple Watch as a descriptions, change this price to $1,000, and go to the folder, copy this image name from here. Okay, so copy it from here, go to the folder code and just replace it. Okay, so now guys, we have got the 8 element in our product array. Okay, in our products array guys, we have got the 8 element. Okay, as you can see here, this is 1, this is 2, okay, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and this is our 8th element inside the inside the products array. Okay, so guys, now let me just write the comment also for you so that you will understand what I'm doing here. So each object in the array represents a product. Okay, a product with various properties. Okay, so guys, properties. So guys, this comment says here, each object, okay, each object like this, okay, so each object inside the array represent a product, okay, with various properties. Okay, so guys, ID is the property, name is the property, descriptions is the property, price is the property, image is the property, and liked is the property. So guys, likewise here also, ID is the property, name is the property, descriptions is the property, price is the property, image is also a property, and liked is also a property. Okay, so guys, as you can see here, we've got the 8 element inside our product array, and each object inside the array represent various properties. Okay, like ID, name, descriptions, price, image, and liked. Okay, so guys, now I'm gonna create our HTML part, and we will try to display all the object from this products array in our HTML page. Okay, in our what can I say, to our UI. Okay, so now let me just write some of the HTML part now. Okay, so guys, now I'm gonna create and div here also. So create a div, give it a class as a container, give margin top 5 and margin bottom also 5, close this div, and guys, inside this div I'm gonna create another div. So create another div, okay, give it a class as a row, and give product list also. Okay, so product list, okay, and close this div, and inside this div guys, I'm gonna create, okay, another div. So give it a class as a product only, give product, and product, and give call LG 3, and give call XL also 3, and give call XS 12, and give call SM 12 also. Okay, and close this div first, and guys, inside this div guys, in this div only I'm gonna create guys, I'm gonna use v4 directive of vue.js, and guys, using v4 directive of vue.js, I'm gonna loop through all these elements inside this products array. Okay, so guys, as you all know, v4 directive is used to loop through array, like object of array. Okay, so guys, this is also an array guys, and I'm gonna use v4 directive here to loop through each and element inside this products array. Okay, so guys, let me just explain you one more time guys. I'm gonna use v4 directive, okay, inside vue.js to loop through this products array, and we will display all the elements inside this products array using v4 directive. Okay, so now just guys, I'm gonna write v4 equal to double inverted comma, and I will give product. Okay, product in products. Okay, so guys, what I am doing here, so guys, as you can see here, this is products array, this is this array guys. Okay, so this products belongs to this products. Okay, and guys, what I am doing here, I will loop through this products array and I will try to, you know, store all these element one by one inside this product. Okay, so guys, what I'm doing here, I will try to loop through this product array, this products array, and I will try to loop through each and element one by one. Okay, so guys, this for loop will run 8 times. Okay, because we have got the 8 element in our product array, in our products array, and it will loop 8 times, and guys, it will store all the elements one by one. Okay, it will store all the elements guys one by one inside this product variable. Okay, inside this product variable, and now we can use we can easily use product.id, product.name, product.descriptions, product.price, product.image, and product.liked. Then it will give one apple, I love apple, price will 10, and image will be displayed also. Okay, so guys, now inside this div guys, I'm gonna create img element first. So yeah, create, so create another div inside this div and give class as a product container. Okay, okay, product container. Yeah, so close this div, and inside this div guys, I'm gonna create img element. So img colon src, okay, equal to double inverted comma, and guys, I will do this product. Okay, this product now dot image. Okay, from here, so guys, this image belongs to this image. Okay, this image, this image, okay, this image, and all the images from here, and it will display all the image. Okay, in our on our HTML page. Okay, on our browser. Okay, so guys, as you all know, inside the view we put colon and src, and then only we are able to display the image on the output, on the viewport. Okay, so guys, what I will do, what I have done here guys, I have given colon src and this product dot image. Okay, this image. Okay, this image from all the 8 element of this products array. Okay, of this products array. So now give class also, give fluid and img fluid. Okay, and give alt also. So give only product image. Okay, so guys, now below this image guys, below this image element, I am gonna and give guys class also here, margin top 3 and margin bottom also 3. Okay, and guys, now below this image element or image tag, I am gonna create another div. So create another div, give it a class as a p3, means padding 3, and close this div, and inside this div guys, I am gonna create h2 element, and h2 give class also p name, means product name. Okay, and close this h2 first, and what will I will do, I will put double curly braces, and I will put this product. Okay, this product from here, and dot and name from here. Okay, so name apple, it will display apple, it will display ice cream, it will display onion, it will display orange, it will display pineapple up to mango. Okay, up to Apple Watch also. Okay, so just do product dot name. Okay, so now below this h2, I'm gonna create para element. So give p, close this p first, and give class also. So give p name, p dash, give description. Okay, so give des. Okay, and put double curly braces, and put this product from here, this product from here, and put descriptions. Okay, this descriptions guys. Okay, this descriptions, this descriptions, this descriptions up to the last one. Okay, up to the last one it will display. So it will display descriptions of the product. Okay, again below this I'm gonna create again one p element. So give class also as product price. Okay, so p dash price, close this p, and I will put double curly braces, and I will put this product, okay, from here, dot price from here. Okay, dot price from here. Okay, so this price, it will display 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 this price up to the last element. Okay, up to the last element. So just give product dot price. Okay, so guys, now save your code. As of now, save your code, go to the browser and see the output. Okay, so just go here and refresh the page. Okay, we are getting an error, guys. So let me just check what is the error. Go to the console, go to the developer tool, and go to the line 5.4. okay, 5.4. so 5.4, yeah, 5.4. what is the error, guys? What is the error? Products, yeah, I don't. Okay, just remove the last comma from here, and now save the page, go to the browser and refresh the page, and let's see the output. Yeah, still we have got the error, guys. Okay, just try to connect the net. Okay, I am offline as of now, so I don't think this will be the problem, guys. Although try to connect and then refresh the page. Okay, yeah, why it is taking so much of time, guys? Yeah, connected. So now just refresh the page and let's see if this changes everything. No, no issue at all. So 5.4. So guys, data, okay, we'll say data return products array. Okay, 5.4. so this is 5.4, and let me just yeah, data, and it will return, yeah, I don't think, guys, there is any problem in code. So view dot create app. Okay, guys, view dot create app, and what is the issue, guys? Products, okay, this products. Okay, so just comment this from here. Okay, so now save the code, go to the browser and refresh the page. Yeah, Apple. Oh guys, sorry guys, sorry. See guys, we have not given here colon. Okay, we have not given here colon. Okay guys, so put colon here. Sorry guys, but we have find our error. Okay, so put colon, guys. Okay, put colon here after the name of the product. Okay, after the name of the product, guys, put colon. Okay, I forget to put colon, so sorry guys. Yeah, it's okay, no issue. We find our mistake and we have also rectified it. Okay, so guys, now just save your code, go to the browser, and I hope, guys, this time this will definitely work. Okay, so refresh the page now. See, boom, guys. See guys, we are able to see our 8 products here. So product image, product name, and product descriptions, and the price also. Okay, so guys, now we have to create our button also, add to cart, and we have to style it little bit. Okay, so guys, just go back to the code editor and yeah, just create a button. So create the button, guys, first now. So yeah, inside this below this p, guys, I'm gonna create a button element. So button, and close this button now, and give the text guys like add to cart. Okay, and guys give the class also. So give class, give btn and btn danger, and give btn sm. Okay, for a small, and yeah, just save, go to the browser and refresh your page. Okay, see guys, now we have got the button also. So guys, we have to create our custom style sheet just to make like this. Okay, just to make like this, we have to create our custom style sheet also. So let's just go back to the code editor and go to the head section, and here guys I am gonna create a style sheet. Okay, so first of all guys, create a style sheet now. So give asterisk and give position as relative, and give padding also 0, give margin 0 also, and give box sizing as border box. Okay, so now I'm gonna target this guys, this product container. Okay, this product container class from here. So just go back to the above to the code style sheet, paste it here, and give position relative, and give border. Okay, give border also thin solid, and give Gainsborough, and give border radius also, give border radius also of 20 px, and give box shadow also little bit, give box sizing also border box, give box shadow also, give box shadow as 1 px, 2 px, and 10 px RGBA, and just change the value of opacity. So just change the value of opacity to 0.1, and give padding also 0 px, give overflow hidden. Okay, so now I'm gonna copy this fluid class. Okay, this fluid class guys from the image element. Okay, this fluid class from the image element, just go here in the style sheet, paste it here, and give position as relative, and give display as block, give object fit as cover, and give width 100%, and give height as 200 px. Okay, so now guys save your code, go to the browser and see the output. So refresh the page now. Yeah, see, boom guys, now our this card looks like exactly this. Okay, so now just okay, so yeah, we have to put guys a dollar in front of the price. Okay, so as you can see here, we have got the dollar here in front of the price, so we have to put dollar here, and put text also price, and give little bit of space, put dollar, and give a space also. Okay, so let me just see again. Yeah, so give colon also, and now save your code, go to the browser and refresh your page. Okay, put dollar here and remove from here. So now save your code, go to the browser and refresh your page. Okay, see, so now refresh the page. Yeah, so guys, now you can see here we have got the product image, product name, and product descriptions, product price also, and add to cart button also. Okay, so guys, now whenever you will try to hit the button add to cart, we should be able to add the product into our cart. So guys, now I'm gonna write some more Vue.js script. Okay, so just go back to the code editor. So guys, let me just copy this something from the previous example only. So just copy this from here, this header from here, just go here and yeah, paste it here, header. So now refresh the page. Yeah, so e-commerce website using vue.js as well as local storage. Okay, so guys, now I'm gonna write guys the functionality. Whenever user is going to click the button add to cart, he or she should be able to add the product into the cart, and he or she should be able to remove the product from the cart also. Okay, so guys, now let's just go back to the code editor and write the JavaScript, or vue.js script also. We can say also script or vue.js script. Okay, so guys, now guys, I have to create one more empty array, okay, inside our vue.js script. So now I'm gonna create one more empty array as a cart only. Okay, so give cart and give colon and create this empty array. Okay, and I will just give the comment also, create an empty array of cart. Okay, so now it's done. So yeah, so give comma, and guys, we have to write our script. Okay, our mounted. Okay, so I will create mounted created. Okay, sorry guys, created. So now I will also write the comment also guys, just for you, so that you will understand what I am doing here. Okay, so guys, don't worry, I have given you my word guys. Okay, I have given you my promise that from this video, from this session, you will learning something new, something different from this video, from this session. Okay, and guys, please guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel Code with ER, and please press the bell icon also. Okay, and please share this video among your friend, among your colleague also, if you like this video, if you have learned something from this video. Okay, please guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel Code with ER, and please press the bell icon also. Okay, so now let's just go to the code editor, and we have to write our script. Okay, so create a const and give stored, okay, stored cart. Okay, so stored cart equal to I will do like local storage dot get item, and we have to pass guys here key. Okay, then only we will be able to get the value. Okay, so guys, as you all know, in local storage we have to store by using like key and value pair. Okay, so guys, local storage is a key and value pair mechanism where you can store any string inside your local storage by using key and value pair. Okay, so I am gonna give here the cart. Okay, and if guys, if anything is not there inside the cart, then only we will initialize this array. Okay, this empty array. Okay, so now we will check if, okay, if this stored cart, okay, if something is there inside the local storage, then we will grab it. Okay, then we will grab it. Then what we will do, we will do this dot, okay, this dot cart. Okay, this cart guys. Okay, this cart. Okay, this cart from here equal to, we will assign everything to this cart. Okay, so json dot parse give this stored cart. Okay, this stored cart. So guys, this line says guys, if anything is there inside the local storage already, then we will grab it, and then we will assign into this cart array. Okay, then we will assign into this cart array. Okay, so I will just write the comment also below this for you guys. Okay, load cart, okay, items from the local storage, if available. Okay, if available. Okay, so guys, if anything is there already inside the local storage, then we will grab it, or initialize the empty, okay, empty array. Okay, and later on we can assign the value to this empty array. Okay, to store like product or information into our local storage. Okay, so now, so yeah, so now I will create one more comment here. So load, okay, load liked products from local storage, okay, from local storage, okay, if available. Okay, so guys, if this functionality is available inside your code, then only this will work, otherwise this will not work. Okay, so just for you guys, so create a const, okay, create a const, give liked, so give liked product, okay, liked products, okay, equal to local storage dot get item and what to get, guys, liked products, okay, liked products. So now we will check if something is there already. If this liked products, then what we will do, okay, const, so const like products, product id, okay, IDs equal to, what we will do, json dot parse, and what to parse, guys, this liked products, okay, this liked products, and I will say this, okay, this dot products, okay, this dot products, this product, guys, okay, this products, okay. So guys, whenever I will say this dot products, this dot cart, so I will refer this products, okay, and this cart, okay. So this dot products dot for each, and I will do product, okay, fat arrow function, and I will write inside, so yeah, if liked products IDs dot include, okay, dot includes, so it takes a parameter as a function, includes products, okay, this product dot id, okay, this product dot id, okay, dot id, then we will say product dot liked equal to true, okay, equal to true. So yeah, product liked products IDs dot includes, and it takes one parameter as a callback function, and this product dot id, if it is there, then it will say product dot liked equal to true, okay. So guys, this liked, okay, this liked, as of now all the liked is false, okay, this liked, okay, and as of now all the liked is false, okay. So now we will just close this created, and now we will create our another method which is known as computed, okay, so computed and colon, and yeah, so computed, and inside this we will create a function cart total, okay, so we will create a function cart total, so equal to, we will create a function cart total, and we will do, okay, return, so return, we will do this dot cart, okay, this dot cart. So guys, this cart, okay, I already told you, whenever I will do this dot products, I will be referring to this products, and whenever I will do this dot cart, I will be referring to this cart, okay. So guys, it says this dot cart, okay, this dot cart dot reduce and it takes two necessary argument. It takes total, so total colon price. Okay, total colon item or price, whatever you want to give. So give item, and I'm gonna here run the fat array function. So it will say total. Okay, it will say total plus, it will say total plus item, it will say total plus item. Okay, this item, so this item dot price. Okay, so guys, this price, okay, this price, okay, this price is, it will try to add all the price from this products array. Okay, whenever you will try to add like items or product into your cart, it is going to run each and every time, and it will update itself according to whatever you are trying to add inside the cart. Okay, so I will say dot price. Okay, and I will give, as of now, give 0 for initial okay, so guys, this 0 gives initial like a value, so it will look through one and it will try to add this. It will look through again, it will try to add, you know, it will try to add 10, it will try to add 30, it will try to add 40. So initial value is 0. Okay, so guys, for the first time when this function will run, so initial value will be 0, and after that it will try to add all the what can I say, price from this array. Okay, from this array, as you that's why I have given here. So total item, fat array function total plus items, item dot price, and initial value is 0. Okay, so just close this, and yeah, so just give the comma here also, and now close this also. So now guys, I am gonna create our one more method. So give methods colon, and inside this we have to write the functionality add to cart. Okay, so add to cart, and guys, what we have to do, guys, from here, guys, on this button we have to write a function. So give at the rate click. So guys, you all know inside the view.js we have to give v on, or we have to give sorted property at the rate. Okay, so guys, this is the sorted property for v on. Okay, you can also give v on and give colon, and you can run the function here. So we are gonna give the equal to double inverted comma, and we are gonna call this function guys. Okay, this function add to cart from here, and paste it here, and inside this I am gonna pass this product object. Okay, so guys, now I am gonna pass this entire product object inside this function as a parameter. Okay, so just pass it here, and we have to grab this product from here also. So just go here down and paste it here also, and I will write the comment also, guys. Okay, so write the comment also, say check if the product is already in the cart. Okay, so guys, now first of all let's just check. Okay, so just open this curly braces, and we will say if, okay, if does not equal to this dot is in cart. Okay, is in cart, is in cart. Okay, is in cart what, guys? This product. Okay, this product. Okay, this product, as I have already told you guys, I am passing the entire product object. See guys, I am passing here the entire product object inside this function add to cart. Okay, so guys, I am passing the entire product object inside this function add to cart. Okay, so now just go here down, and okay, so now this dot cart dot push. Okay, so push If guys, if it is not in the cart, if it is not into the cart guys, so guys we will do this dot cart dot push. What to push guys? This product. Okay, this create an object, give split operator. So guys, this is known as split operator. Okay, and we will pass this entire product object. Okay, we will pass entire product object. I will add the comment also here. So give comment also, copy product. Okay, product object including images. Okay, so guys, this product object will include all the things like id, name, descriptions, price, image, liked. Okay, from all the objects or from all the elements. Okay, so guys, that's why I am given here, I am passing the entire object. Okay, and later on I can extract like id, I can extract name, I can extract descriptions, I can extract price also, I can extract image name also, I can extract the false also. Okay, so I have also written the comment here, copy product product object including images. Okay, including the image also. So now this I will say this dot save cart. Okay, I will say this dot save cart and close this. Else we will do else. So I will alert the user guys. So guys, let me just copy else I will alert the user, and later on we will define something different. Okay, so we'll say product. Okay, product is already into the cart. Okay, into the cart. Okay, so now we have to create remove from cart. Okay, so remove from cart we have to create guys. So now okay, so yeah, add to cart, so give comma, and we have to create another method, another function, remove. Okay, remove from cart. Okay, and give, I will pass here index. Okay, I will pass index here, index, and I will pass here product also. Okay, product id. So based on the guys id of the product, I will remove the product. Okay, so guys, now we have to first of all guys, just comment this out and go to the browser and refresh the page, and let's see. Okay, so try to hit the button add to cart now. So we got the error, it's saying this dot in cart is not defined. So we have to define this function in cart. So yeah, just go here below this we have to define the function is in cart. Okay, is in cart, and I will pass the product also. So pass this product from here to here. Okay, as you can see here, we have passed here product also, this dot in cart. So we have to grab it. So just do it here, and I will say return this dot cart dot sum. Okay, so guys, sum is used to check if sum is used to check guys for like it works on array, and it will check guys if some element passes the test or not. If guys element passes the test, it will return true. If it fails, it will return undefined. Okay, so guys, let me just explain you one more time. So guys, sum is a function which will run on array, and this function is used to test if element inside the array passes the test or it fails. If it passes the test guys, it will return true. if it fail the test, it will return undefined. Okay, so now I'm gonna do it takes one function as a callback function, and this function takes one necessary parameter. So I'm gonna give item here. So item, I'm gonna run fat arrow function here. I'm gonna do item. So item dot id equal to product. Okay, product dot id. Okay, so guys, this says this product, it says sum. So item fat arrow function, I will say this item dot id equal to product dot id. Okay, so guys, this product, okay, this entire product, okay, this entire product, okay, it has got the id also, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, so guys, based on the id, I am checking it if it is already into the cart or not. If it is already into the cart, we will just return. Okay, and so that's why I have returning here. So it will return. So I already told you guys, if it is used to test if some element passes the test or not. If it will pass the test, it will return true. If it is if any element fail the test, it will return undefined. So guys, if this id, if guys this id equal to this id product dot id is already inside the cart, it will return true, and it will say this is already inside the is in cart, so don't add it. If it is, it will return undefined, which means it is not into the cart, so just add it. Okay, so now just save your code, go to the browser and refresh your page. Okay, so refresh the page now. Okay, and now try to hit the button add to cart. So is this not in? Okay, is in cart, guys. Okay, is in cart, so just replace this to this. Okay, so now save your code, go to the browser and refresh your page and see if there is any error mode. So just hit the button add to cart. This dot save cart is not defined. Okay, so guys, we have to define this function also, save cart. Okay, so below this, guys, below this give comma, and just create this function and pass also product. Okay, product here also. So copy this product from here and paste it here. So open and curly braces. So I will say comment here, save cart item to local storage. Okay, to local storage. Okay, and I will say local storage dot set item. Okay, set item, and we have to pass the id and the value. So the id is, guys, this id is this cart. Okay, so id is this cart, copy it from here and paste it here, and I will say json dot stringify. And what to stringify, guys? This dot cart. Okay, so this dot cart. Okay, guys, as you all know, we have to, we can only store something inside our local storage in the form of a string, in the form of text. Okay, and whenever we will try to bring something from the local storage, then only we have to parse this string into as a JavaScript object by using json.parse. Okay, so guys, now save your code, go to the browser, and now try to refresh the page and try to add the product into the cart, and let's see what happens. Okay, if it throws any error or not. So now click the button add to cart. Boom, guys, this time we are not getting any error. Okay, see, which says product is already into the cart. See, guys, boom, guys, our code is working now, and here we don't have any error in our console. Okay, so now I am gonna close the console now. So hit OK. See, product is already into the cart, because, guys, we have to remove. Okay, so now just go to the developer tool again, go to the application and remove this cart key from here. Okay, and refresh it and refresh the page also, guys. Okay, so now what happened, guys? Go to the developer tool again, and what is the error, guys? where, what is the error guys? Just go to the code, this, so created, yeah, computed and method. Okay, so what is the error guys? Yeah, just give comma here and now refresh the page. So give comma here and give comma here also. Now refresh the page. Still error guys. Okay, just let me check. Let me just check guys, what is the error? Okay, let me just go to the previous example guys. So data, okay, and guys, it will be only like I hope I have like forget to close any of the parentheses or any of the what can I say, open and curly braces. Okay, so let me just check guys, I am doing that only. So cart, yeah, and created, so created, okay, yeah, no error at all. So go to the computed now, so computed, yeah, computed, yeah, go to the method and inside the method we have got the add to cart. Inside the method we have got the add to cart inside our methods. So inside our methods, okay, so yeah, add to cart, okay, this is the add to cart. Add to cart, okay, save cart, yeah, no issue at all. Else, so this is the else part, okay, and is in cart, so is in cart, okay, everything is fine guys, is in cart. So just remove this and yeah, mount. So now guys, save your code. Now try to refresh the page. Okay, it still says methods computed and created. Okay, so guys, give me just like some time guys, let me just check what is the error and where is the error. So cart, just close this and now refresh the page. No error. So okay guys, so liked product, yeah, it is closed here guys. I don't know why it is saying computed. So just Okay, I don't think this will be the issue. So now refresh the page. Okay, so cart total, okay, this dot cart dot reduce total, yeah, no issue at all. So, and this is this, and this is this computed. So computed is here also. So methods, so method is here also, and it says also methods, and this is also methods, and add to cart. So add to cart, yeah, there is no error guys. This dot cart dot push, this dot save cart, okay, and this is in cart product, okay. So okay, save cart, so save cart, yeah, and save cart, and this is for computed, okay, and dot mount app, and let me just try to remove this, and now save your code, go to the browser, and now refresh the page. Yeah, okay guys, I was doing some mistake, so just try to add the product now, okay. Yeah, so now guys, we are able to add the product into our cart, okay. So guys, now everything is working. Try to refresh the page. Yeah, it remains inside the local storage, okay. So guys, now we will try to, okay guys, so I was just putting some like a empty array, so just don't put empty array. So now as you can see here, we are able to add, and see product is already into the cart. Just go to the developer tools and go to the application, and now we have got 3 elements in our cart, okay. So element 0, element 1, and element 2 also, okay. And now refresh the page. After the refreshment of the page also, the product remains into the local storage, into our cart, okay. So guys, now we have to create this, okay, this cart guys, okay, this cart item we have to create. So just go to the code editor again, and go on the top, and guys, below this we have to create our HTML part again. So yeah, so this is the, where is the app? So this is the app, and container, row, product container, and inside this we have to create our another div. So create another div guys, okay, and yeah, create another div below this div, and give it a class as a div, give it a class as a cart, okay. Give cart, close this div, and inside this div I'm gonna do h2 element, I'm gonna put h2 element. So h2, and close this h2 first, and close this h2 first, and give cart, okay, as a header, give cart, and I will do below this we have to create p. So give p, close this p, and I will do cart, put double curly braces, and we will do cart dot length, okay. So guys, as you all know, this cart is an array, and we can count the array of the length, and the guys, whatever product it will you will add inside your array, inside your cart, it is gonna display the product, like a length. So give length. Okay, so cart dot length, and put here item also. Okay, so give a parenthesis inside this, and give here also items. Okay, items. So now what we will do, display the total price. So just create another P. So yeah, give the class price. Okay, and close this P now, and I will put double curly braces and give total price. Okay, total price. So give dollar here also, and give double curly braces, so remove these two curly braces, we don't require this. And I will do here cart. Okay, cart total. Okay, so I will do here this cart total, guys. Okay, so just go here, and yeah, this cart total, copy it from here, because it will return whatever price or whatever value it will add, it will just return. Okay, so just copy this cart total from here and paste here. Okay, paste here. So just paste it here, and now display. I will write the comment also. So write the comment also as display. Okay, display the total price. Okay, so now below this, guys, I'm gonna create UL element. So create UL, close this UL first, and inside this I'm gonna create li. Okay, so li, close this li first, and I'm gonna do li. Okay, so I'm gonna also gonna use, guys, here v4 directive also, just to loop through this cart array. Okay, just to, guys, loop through this cart array, we are gonna do here also v4 directive. Okay, so v4 equal to double inverted comma, and I will give item. Okay, item and index also, and I will say in cart. Okay, in cart. So in cart I will say, and yeah, I will give the index also. So give as key equal to double inverted comma, and I will put index. Okay, index. So this index, okay, it will say 1 2 3 4 5 6 up to 8. Okay, so 8 also. So now I'm gonna create another div inside this div. So create another div, give it a class as a cart item. So cart item. Okay, and I will do margin top 2, and I will do margin bottom 2, and close this div, and inside this div I will say img, and I will put colon src, because you all know, guys, we have to put b wind, then only we can display images, then only we can display class. Okay, so I'm gonna do here colon src, and I will give item. Okay, this item, guys, this item dot image. Okay, this item dot image, and I will give alt also as product image, okay, and yeah, just give the class also. So give class, okay, img fluid, yeah, img fluid, and give thumbnail also. Okay, thumbnail. So now, okay, so guys, below this img element I am gonna create another div. So create another div, and give class also as item details. Okay, details. So now close this div, and inside this div I am gonna create p1. So give p1, okay, and give class as text white. Okay, text void and put double curly braces, and we have to give item. Okay, so guys, this item, okay, this item from here, and dot, what we will do, we will display the name of the product. Okay, so just copy this just to save our time, and below this paste it here, and let it be text white only, and give item dot price. Okay, so item dot price now, and we have to put dollar sign also. So price, so price colon dollar. Okay, oh sorry, dollar. So now inside below this div, guys, I'm gonna create a button to remove the item from the what can I say, cart. Okay, so here we will display button. So create a button element, and inside this button just give the text remove. Okay, remove product. Okay, remove product. So guys, now I'm gonna put the class also. So give the class also as btn, give primary, give btn sm, and give btn block. Okay, so guys, this is the class from Bootstrap. Okay, so guys, here also I am using Bootstrap. Okay, just to save our time. I hope guys you know what is Bootstrap and how to use Bootstrap in our product, in our program. Okay, so now I'm gonna run a function also. So put at the rate and remove. I'm gonna run the function remove. Okay, so at the rate click equal to, we will do remove. Okay, remove from cart. Okay, so now we have to define this function, and guys, inside this function we have to pass index. Okay, we have to pass index also, and we have to pass item id also. Okay, so I will do this item dot id. Okay, so this item dot id. So now we have to define this function. So yeah, so now just go to the below here, and I have to create our like a function inside the methods. Okay, inside the methods we have to create this function remove from cart. Okay, so guys, now below this create a function remove from cart. Okay, and we have to pass here also grab the index and comma grab the product id. Okay, product, give product id. Okay, and now open and curly braces, just close, put comma here, and just guys first check this function and this function is same or not. Okay, yeah, both are same function. So now we have to write our logic inside this function. So I will say this dot cart. Okay, this dot cart dot splice. Okay, splice, and guys, you all know what a splice does. So guys, it removes your element, or your like yeah, it will remove element from the array. Okay, and guys, what I wanna like we have to like pass. So we will pass the index, or we will pass the index. Okay, we will pass the index, and how many elements, guys, you want to delete? I want to delete only one element, so I will put 1. Okay, so guys, this function says, guys, here, so guys, whatever element you have to remove, just give the index and how many elements you want to remove from the array. So guys, now as of now I want to remove only one element from the array. So guys, that's why I have given here 1. Okay, so now I will also call the function this dot save cart. Okay, this dot save cart. Okay, so guys, as you all know, after the removing of the element, we have to update our local storage as well. Okay, so guys, suppose previously we used to have 4 elements in our cart. Okay, and guys, we suppose we have like removed 2 elements from our cart. Okay, so guys, right now we have 2 elements in our cart. So guys, at the same time we have to also update our local storage, so that in the local storage we will also have 2 elements, and we will also have 2 elements in our cart. Okay, so guys, after the removal of the element from the cart, I am also gonna update this save cart. Okay, and this save cart is what? Local storage dot set item cart, and it will again override this and it will update. Okay, based on the like activity you are adding it or you are removing it. Okay, so guys, now I'm gonna just reset it. So yeah, okay, so guys, as of now, let it be. Just save your code. Okay, just save your code and go to the browser and refresh your page. Okay, so guys, now as you can see here, we have got this much of items in our cart. Okay, so just go to the developer tool and go to the application and try to remove this. So just remove. Now refresh the page. Okay, so guys, now we have, as you can see here guys, bottom of the screen. So we have got cart 0 item and we have got the total price as a $0. Okay, so now guys, try to add items in your cart and then see. So click the button add to cart. I'm gonna add the pineapple. See, boom guys, we have got the what can I say, one item is in our cart and we have got the total price also. Okay, try to add banana now. Okay, so guys, there is one issue. We are able to add the product in our cart, but at the same time we are not able to update the price. Okay, so total price. So go to the browser and just try to look what is the issue. So computed total, cart total. So cart total, this will say this dot cart dot reduce and total dot items to fat array function total plus item dot price. Okay, item dot price and initial value is 0. So guys, it should work. Okay, it should work. So let me just check what is the issue. So let me just check what is the issue. So guys, it should work. So cart total. Okay guys, just do item. So item dot price. Okay, item dot price. Yeah, this is different. It should work guys. So cart total. Yeah, I don't know why guys, it is not working. So cart total and yeah, just now refresh the page. What is the issue guys? Product is already added. Yeah, cart item is being updated guys. See, as you can see here, we have got the 3 element. So cart item is being updated, but total price is not being updated. Okay, so let me just check what is the issue guys. So cart total, here, this dot cart. Okay, return this dot cart. So return computed return cart total, and it says this dot cart dot reduce. Okay, total and item. Okay, fat array function total plus item dot price and I don't know guys, price. Okay, so okay guys, okay, sorry guys, I have given guys double inverted comma on the price. Okay, as you can see here guys, here is also double inverted comma, double inverted comma, double inverted comma. So guys, it is a number, so it should not be an string. Okay, it is a number guys, it should not be an string. So just remove the double inverted comma from the price. Sorry guys, just remove the double inverted comma from the price. Okay guys, sorry for this delay. I hope guys you are learning something from this video. Please guys, if you have learned something from this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel Code with ER, and please guys press the bell icon also. Okay, and if you like this video, give this video a thumbs up, and please share this video with your friends, with your colleague also. Okay, so now guys, I have removed all the double inverted comma from the price element. Okay, so now guys, this will work. So now save your code, go to the browser and just refresh your page and see the magic. Okay, refresh the page. So now just remove the element from the local storage first, because just remove it now. Close this and refresh the page, and now guys, try to add. See, boom guys, now it works. See guys, now it is working. Yeah, item is also 3 and price is also being updated dynamically. Okay, so guys, we have got the 3 item in our cart. So guys, now we have to style it. So just go to the code editor and go to the style sheet and go here in the top, and we have to put our little bit more style sheet guys. Okay, so now guys, what I will do, I will try to copy this card from here. So copy this card from your class and go here and first put point. So yeah, put point and paste it, and I want to go give the position as fixed, give left as 0, and give float as left. Okay, give float left, give z index as 99, and give background color as white, and give box sizing also as a border box, and give box shadow also a little bit. So give box shadow also 2px and 2px and 10px RGBA, and just change the value of opacity, give 0.2, and give padding also of 20px, give width also of 200px, and give height also 100 vh view height, and give overflow also hidden, or give a scroll. Okay, give a scroll and give overflow x as hidden, and give transition all 0.3 seconds is. Okay, so now I am gonna style this cart item. Okay guys, so now I am gonna style this cart item. So copy it from here, this cart item, copy it from here, and just go here in the style sheet and paste it here. And I will do like background color, I will give coral. So give padding also 0px, and give border also of 2px solid. Okay, solid and black. Okay, so guys, give border radius also, as 10px, and give display as flex, give justify content as center, and give flex direction also as column, and give align item also center, and give align content also as center, and give overflow as hidden. And yeah, just now I will try to target this UL. Okay, UL and LI. So just go here in the style sheet, UL comma LI, and give position as relative, and give padding as 0, give margin also 0, and give list style type as none, and give display as block. Okay, display as block. So now just save your code, go to the browser and refresh your page. Okay, yeah, so now guys, try to add your product. Okay, so just now refresh the page. So let me just go to the element and just open this body, and go to the cart, left 0. So what is the issue guys? Yeah, it's not the same issue. So width left 0. So guys, float left and left 0, position fixed and give, okay, position fixed and give top as 0. Okay, so now save your code, go to the browser and refresh your page. Yeah, see, boom guys, now we are able to see guys, now guys it's working fine. Okay, so now guys, as you can see here, we have got the 4 items in our cart. So guys, try to remove one by one. Okay, yeah, see guys, it's working, boom. Okay, now try to add the product into your cart. I'm gonna add the product apple now. Yeah, see guys, cart item is also being updated dynamically and the total price is also being updated dynamically, and here we can also see the product name apple, price also, and remove also. Okay, so now I'm gonna remove the product from the cart. See, now refresh the page. See, boom guys, see, boom. So guys, let me just give you guys one more tip from here. So guys, as long as I am refreshing the page, you will be like, you know, you will be able to see something, and then only you will be able to see all the products. Okay, see guys, see, okay, you will be able to see something now, then only. Okay, so now guys, I am gonna remove this. So just go here and give, you know, v clock. Okay, so give v clock and just copy it from here. Okay, give v clock, copy it from here, and just give display as none. Okay, so now save your code, go to the browser and refresh the page. See guys, now you won't be able to see anything. Okay, so now refresh the page. See, boom guys, it works. Okay, so now this application looks really dynamic and really cool also. Okay, so see guys, now try to add. Okay guys, let me just do one more thing, and just guys, I will. So see guys, my motto from every video is just to, you know, give extra knowledge, is just to give in-depth knowledge. Okay, so just go here in the previous example, just copy this code from here. So guys, this is the switch alert. Okay, this is the switch alert, so paste it here and just remove this, and I will say, just copy this from here, and it is already there, so just remove this. Okay, so guys, this is the switch alert. Okay, in this video I am using switch alert also, so just go to the switch alert. Let me just show you which image I am using. So switch alert, switch alert 2. Yeah, just open the first link. Okay, open the first link, and guys, as you can see here, this is the JavaScript normal alert. Okay, this is the JavaScript normal alert guys. I'm not gonna use this alert, this is outdated. Rather, I'm gonna use this switch alert pop-up. Okay, so guys, just go down, and guys, I'm gonna use this alert. Okay, as you can see here, this is it contains image also, some text also, and OK button also. Okay, so I have copied this code from here, and I have gone into my code and I have pasted it here, and I have taken guys this product. Okay, this product dot name. Okay, and I am taken this product dot image. Okay, this product dot image, as you can see here, this product dot image and this product dot name only, then only we are able to see the product image, and then only we are able to see the product image image also, like currently which, you know, product user is trying to add into the cart. Okay, so now save your code, go to the browser, and now refresh the page. Okay, and now try to add the product into your cart. See guys, the apple is already here. Now try to add apple again into your cart, and then see the pop-up, and then see the magic. Okay, see, boom guys, so it's here. So now, right now, the user is trying to add apple again into their cart, and it says product is already into the cart. Okay, so guys, let me just go to the previous example only, and let me just copy some of the CSS file from here. Okay, so guys, just copy this CSS file from here. Guys, it is nothing. Okay, just for the animation and for image, like height and width. Okay, So I will explain you also what is this code all about. So guys, as you can see here, Sweet Alert 2 image, I have given width 400 px, and I have given height also auto, and I have given here, okay, so display none, and I have given also color this, and I have given also border none and overflow hidden, and I have minimized the width also, okay, to 25 em, and here I am using animation for this Sweet Alert. Okay, so guys, I will give this CSS code into the descriptions. Okay, see guys, this is nothing. I am doing this just to save our time. Okay, just to save our time, so that guys, this is not necessary, because this is the only CSS, and you can guys do this on your own. See guys, right now you are learning Vue.js. Okay, and guys, I am assuming and I am expecting that you know CSS also, and you will be a CSS expert guys. Okay, so guys, that's why, as you can see here, this is only CSS, nothing else. So yeah, I have explained to you guys all the things from the Vue.js script. Okay, so guys, my motto was just to give in-depth knowledge, in-depth details to you on the Vue.js only. So CSS is not necessary here. So yeah, but also I explained you CSS also here. So yeah, so now save your code, go to the browser and refresh your page. Okay, so now refresh the page. Okay, so now try to add the apple again into the cart. See, now guys, this looks really awesome and really innovative also. Okay, so apple product is already into the cart. Try to add ice cream and try to add it again into the cart. See, ice cream product is already added into the cart. Okay, try to add onions. See, the onion is inside it. As you can see guys, here the cart item is also 3, and the product also the total price is also 80. Okay, so 10, 30 and 40 comes up to 80. So guys, as of now we have got the $80 into our cart. Okay, so now try to add orange also. See guys, orange have been added, and try to add it again into the cart. Click the button add to cart. See, boom guys, orange product is already into the cart. Okay, so try to add pineapple. See guys, we have got the pineapple also here, so try to again add it to the cart. See, boom guys, pineapples product is already into the cart. Try to add banana. So now we have the banana also into our cart. Try to remove add again. See, banana product is already into the cart. Okay, try to add mango. So mango is here into the cart. Try to add it again. See, mango product is already into the cart. Try to add Apple Watch. Okay, so we have got it here also in the cart. So try to add it again. See, boom guys, Apple Watch, the product is already into the cart. Okay, so guys, now we have got the 8 element in our cart, and we have got the price also 1450. Okay, so now refresh the page and let's see the product remains in the cart or not. Okay, so just refresh the page now. Okay, just refresh the page. See, boom guys, our added product into the cart remains inside the cart only. Okay, see guys, the product remains into the cart only after the refreshment of the page again. Refreshment of the page. So refresh the page again and let's see. See guys, it is already inside the cart. Try to again apple again. See, boom guys, product is already inside the cart. Okay, try to add ice cream. See guys, boom guys, it works. See, it is working. Okay, it is working. So now try to remove all the products. So remove apple first, remove ice cream, remove onion, remove see guys, as of now we have got the 4 elements, and inside the cart also we have got the 4 items, and the price is also being updated dynamically. Okay, so now remove the pineapple. See, cart item is 3 and price have been also decreased to this. Remove banana also. See, the price is also being updated and cart item is also being updated at the same time. Okay, remove product what can I say, mango. So we have got the 1 items and we have got the price also, which is $1,000. As of now you can see guys, the price of Apple Watch is $1,000. Okay, so now remove this also. See guys, now we have got the 0 item in our cart and the total price is also $0. Now refresh the page and let's see the deleted like items comes into the cart again or not. Okay, so just refresh the page now. See, boom guys, the deleted item have been deleted permanently from the cart also, as well as from the local storage also. That's why we are not able to get it again after the deletion of the product from the cart. Okay, so guys, now guys, let me just do one more thing guys. So see guys, whenever user will try to add product, it will also show that this product have been added into the cart. Okay, so guys, just give me guys 2 minutes. So just give me 2 minutes guys. Okay, so guys, just copy this from here, so guys, whenever a user will try to add the product into the cart, it will also show that this product have been added. Okay, so guys, okay, so product is added to the cart. Okay, product is added to the cart. Okay, so guys, now product image, okay, product name will be the same. We just have to change the text. Product is added to the cart. So guys, now save your code, go to the browser and refresh your page. Okay, so now try to add the product. Yeah, see, boom guys, apple product is added to the cart. Okay, and right now I just have add apple into our cart. Okay, so now try to add the ice cream. See, boom guys, I try to add ice cream and it says ice cream product is added to the cart. So click the button OK now. See, onions. See guys, I try to add onions now and it says onions product is added to the cart. Okay, see, boom guys. Yeah, and we have got the 3 elements or 3 products in our cart. Here also 3 items and the price also $80. Okay, try to add orange. See, boom guys, orange product is added to the cart. Okay, so try to add pineapples. See, pineapples product is added to the cart. Okay, try to add banana product is added to the cart. Okay, so we have got the banana here also. Try to add mango. See, mango product is added to the cart. Click the button add to cart. Apple Watch now. Yeah, boom guys, Apple Watch product is added to the cart. Okay, see guys, we have got the 8 items in our cart and total price is 1450. Now try to refresh the page. Yeah, see, the product remains inside the cart only after the refreshment of the page also. So guys, now try to add product again and again. See, boom guys, apple product is already into the cart. Onions product is already into the cart. We have got the onion here also, as you can see here. Try to add ice cream. See, ice cream product is already into the cart. See, ice cream here. Try to add orange. Okay, so orange is already into the cart. We have got the orange here also, as you can see here. Try to add mango. Okay, see, product is already into the cart. Okay, try to add Apple Watch. See, Apple Watch product is already into the cart. We have got the Apple Watch here also. Yeah, so now refresh the page again and let's see. Yeah, see guys, now remove the product all. Remove this, remove apple also, remove pineapple also, remove orange, remove onions also, and remove ice cream also, remove apple also. So guys, now we have got the 0 item in our cart and the total price is $0 also. Okay, so now add the product apple. See, boom guys, apple added, ice cream added. Okay, orange added, mango added, and Apple Watch also added. Okay, and we have got the 5 items in our cart and we have got the total price $1260 into our cart. Okay, we can remove the product also. So now we have got the 3 items. So just remove the refresh the page and let's see the output. Okay, so guys, now our code is working full functional and full dynamic. Okay, so guys, our I think guys, we have come to the end of this session. We have come to the end of this tutorial now. So guys, I hope guys you have learned something new, something unique, something dynamic from this video, from this session guys. Okay, if you guys feel you have learned something from this video, from this session, please guys subscribe to my YouTube channel Code with ER, and please give this video a thumbs up, and please guys share this video among your friends, among your colleagues, among your group also, so that they will be also learning, they will be also knowing how to create this kind of dynamic application dynamic e-commerce website using Vue.js and local storage as well. Okay, so guys, please guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel Code with ER, and please press the bell icon also, so that you will be notified whenever I will upload a new video in the playlist. Okay, and you can watch them instantly and you can learn from them also. Okay, so guys, I hope guys I have explained you all the things, and you have learned something guys new, something extraordinary from this video, from this session. Guys, if you still have any doubt, any query in your mind, please guys feel free to ask me any questions, any query in the comment section. Like guys, put whatever query, whatever confusion you have in your mind into the comment section, and I will try to resolve it. I will try to give the answer to your query, to your questions. Okay, so thank you guys for watching this video, for subscribing to my YouTube channel Code with ER, and thank you guys who has already subscribed to my YouTube channel Code with ER, and thank you to also those guys who has not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel Code with ER. Please guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel Code with ER, and please press the bell icon also, so that you will be notified whenever I will upload a new video like this into the playlist. Okay, so guys, see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care guys, bye bye. So this is Prabhat Pandit signing off now.